Hi folks, and welcome once again to Family Friendly Bushcraft, the place where I come to make memories for my kids, save them up to YouTube, and if anybody else gets some enjoyment out of them as well, then that's absolutely brilliant. Just getting attacked by the triffids here. Bit of wisteria, mile a minute vine. Now I'd love it during this video if you could smash like, smash subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, because the more we do, the more we can bring to people, and hopefully the more enjoyment people will get out of this. Now, I enjoy being outside, the kids enjoy being outside, so why not make memories for us all? Enjoy, and we'll see you on the other side. Now we're out in the forest, we've got an old fallen pine, just a nice place to get a bit of sapwood with. As you can see in here, it's quite wet, so what you're going to do is cut away. Now, in the bit where the branch joins the tree, you can see just how chocker that is with resin there. It's begging to take a spark and give us a fire. A couple of little bits already prepped. I'm going to get a few more, and then we'll have a bit of a demonstration of processing it. There's a standing dead tree. We found the felled trunk before. This one's got some nice off branches, so I'm going to have a look, see if there's any fatwood left in some of them. Now we've got a real nice sunny day. We're going to start processing some of the fatwood we gathered the other day when it was raining. And we can just see that these bits of stick, they just look like a rotten old piece of wood that was hanging off the side of the tree. Any old pine tree, spruce tree, anything like that. It's even rotting inside. But then when you cut it right close to the trunk, you can see just how chock full of resin that is when you get it turned around. And this is the part where it joins the tree. And if you give it a good old smell, that smell, the pine disinfectant, or almost a creosote sort of smell. As you say, this one's quite thin. But again, the same principle, it just looks like a bit of dead wood. And when we start processing this in a minute with the boys, we'll see how we can make use of it for firelighting. Yeah, cheers Leighton. Right, what we're going to do, boys, we've got this little impromptu bench set up. It's not going to take a lot of weight, so anything hard you do it in the middle, yeah? Because it's only a pallet laid over one of your granddad's logs. This is fatwood. It's what we got from the wood the other day. From the trees, yeah? Do you remember the resin? Yeah, you smell it, can't you? The resin. So what we're going to do is break it down so we can process it and use it, make it useful. So what we're going to do, and you're all going to do a bit in a minute, is we're going to take the usable bit, the actual fatwood, the stuff that's full of resin from the end. I'm just going to take a small piece off this one. Where's it gone?
I can see it.
Yeah, Conan. Yeah. I want you to stop walking around with the knife out of the sheath, please. Hold it down looking at the ground while you pick the sheath back up.
I see where the resin is.
You're splitting it down the length, mate, yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Oh, well done, mate, thank you.
Split it into 4 pieces.
Well done. Then what's the next stage?
Light it on fire.
You've got to feather it first, haven't you?
Yeah.
So very carefully with your hands behind the knife. That's it, Connor. Just little taps, you don't have to whack it, that's it.
Feathering it is quite tricky.
It is, it's a skill, isn't it?
Yes. Oh, look at that. Hammer. Going in. I feathered it, Dad.
Well done, buddy.
Is the next stage light on fire?
Yep.
Where's flint and steel? No, not the flint and steel there.
Right, you're going real thick there, mate. So what you want to do, if you hold the camera, what you want to be doing is from the bottom working up, and you're doing very, very, very fine shavings. Because remember, it's only a little spark that we're getting to take it, aren't we?
Yeah.
In fact, if I was you, I would be inclined to split that again.
That's a stabber knife.
Nearly chucking it away, see? And this is something that you practice and practice and practice as time goes on. There you go, and that's all feathered. That should be more than enough to get a spark into it and get it going. So, because I've left the other ferro rod in the kit, I'll do the sparking because it's on the end of the knife and I don't want anybody cutting themselves. There it goes.
Feathered that. Look.
Yeah, you need a lot more and a lot finer. So you'd have to be particularly hopeless not to get a fire going with something like that, wouldn't you?
Yep.
So see, even the main part of it now is going, isn't it? Because there's that much resin in this pine that it just keeps burning and burning and burning when it's up to temperature. So yeah, you've made a start there, but you've done the same thing as Conan did initially. You've gone on too steep an angle, trying to cut too much material at once. So if you hold the camera so it's on it and watch, when we're doing it, and I'm using the same knife as you so you see it can be done very, very fine, because we want that energy transfer from the spark
No, Leighton. No.
into the very thin bit of wood.
Dad, Leighton's got the sword.
I know.
That's fascinating.
You're looking after it for me, aren't you?
That's fascinating.
Yeah. And you notice as you watch it through the lens, you're probably seeing more than if you were just watching it with the Mark 1 eyeball, because you're concentrating on what's happening, aren't you?
Yeah.
Something else you can do if you find you're struggling like this, and I don't know why, because it's a perfectly good bit of fatwood, is we can use the blade of the knife, the sharp part, and scrape some of the oh shit. We can use the sharp part of the knife to shave some of the ferro rod off, and then move the fatwood over it to have an increased burn time on the sparks.
You won't do it, okay?
There we go. Did you see it flash up then?
Yeah. Smells nice as well.
Yeah. I mean, firelighting is a lot about perseverance. So you know you've got the technique. There it goes. See the flame then?
Yeah.
You know you've got the technique. It's just that this particular wood has got a bit less resin in than others, or you've not done your shavings quite fine enough. There it went. See? There's flame then. There it goes. Did you see? There we go. We got fire.
Wow. Smells like resin too.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay folks, hope you've enjoyed today's video as much as we've enjoyed making it. Hit subscribe, smash like, hit that little bell for notifications, and we look forward to seeing you all on the next video.